Yo, so I need someone to help me out. The other morning, I was getting up to go to work, and I hop in the shower beforehand. Yes, I shower in the morning, deal with it. And I saw a giant-ass spider in my bathtub. And I'm not talking like a little tiny house spider. This thing was like the size of a volleyball. I'm pretty sure if it like fought Godzilla, you could count it as a kaiju. Okay, it wasn't that big. It was larger than normal, though. I didn't want to put my hand anywhere near it. That's a little bit scary. How the hell do you get rid of these spiders? Anyways, Battlefield 1. It's got a lot of mixed opinions so far, so I just want to throw my final thoughts into what I think about the beta that was just ending by the time I'm recording this video right now. And overall, I'm very optimistic and positive about my experience. Now, a lot of people may disagree with that, and that's totally fine. You like what you like, you dislike what you like, that's totally cool. I'm not saying your opinions are invalid, I'm just trying to explain why I have my own opinions about this. And I think I've boiled it down to the big reason that I'm still having a lot of fun playing Battlefield 1, and why I think it's a big step forward and kind of a return to form for the series, is that I wasn't super hyped up and I didn't really enjoy the last couple iterations of the games. I absolutely despised what I played of Hardline. I thought that it was very just run and gunny, and there was not a whole lot of strategy and tactics involved in it. And even in Battlefield 4, I feel like that game was a little bit more catering towards the casual side of video game players, the people that want to have everything kind of balanced in the same way and everyone just be exactly as powerful as everyone else in every single situation. And thankfully I don't feel like that's the case in Battlefield 1, and many people aren't gonna like that. Many people do dislike that. They want everything to be kind of generally the same strength so that you have an even matchup no matter what part of the map you're playing on or what map you are on, whether it's an infantry or a tank or whatever. And I'm not super into that. I really love asymmetrical gameplay where things like tanks can have a big impact on the map that does force your team to have to work together to try to take them out and different things like that. And the last game that I really remember that being a thing was probably Bad Company 2, and all in all, Battlefield 1 reminds me a lot of Bad Company 2. I feel like every class in that game does have a purpose. People say there's a lot of sniping going on in the game, and I do agree to a certain extent, especially in the middle portions of the rush map. I feel like there could be a little bit more cover for when you're trying to get down to the objective, but overall, I'm not super concerned by it, and I kind of expected it considering it is a World War I game. Granted, it's a World War I game that they've taken a hell of a lot of liberties with. I mean, this is just like the most Hollywood, kind of almost Marvel movie you could think of, you know? This is like Red Skull level of just World War I stupidity. It's like, you want land ships in this game? Go ahead. You want fully automatic SMGs and LMGs and everything? Go ahead. Hey, here's basically a bazooka, but you just have to lay down on the ground to fire it. And I know I've mentioned it before, but I really love the bayonet charging. Like, that is, oh, it's so good. It just feels so impactful, and it's great, and they've done a great job, especially with that mechanic, in that you can't just kind of spam it, because if you miss, then you can't sprint or run for a good, like, 10 seconds afterwards, and you're dead. You're pretty much dead. So unless there's someone literally standing in front of you 10 feet away and you don't want to alert anyone, you're not really using it a whole lot. And it's little mechanics and shakeups like that, you know, having the focus a little bit more towards bolt actions and semi-automatic rifles, where there's still the LMGs and the assault rifles and everything, but they're a little bit less accurate, and they're actually almost better to hip fire, even at longer ranges, even if you just get kind of suppression bonuses and stuff. It feels more like a war game rather than, say, Battlefield 4 or Hardline, where it kind of almost felt like I was playing, you know, like a free-to-play shooter at points, where it's like, oh, this gun does a slightly higher fire rate, and this one does slightly less damage, and it's, yeah, I don't know. I love my weapons to feel super punchy and impactful, you know, things like, say, the Killzone series or whatever. I don't care if the gameplay's a little bit slower, but I like everything to feel just super gritty and punchy, and I think Battlefield 1 really pulls that off. And it pulls it off so well that I was actually a little bit surprised by it, considering that Battlefront was something that I really was not super into for the most part either, so I'm really happy that they seem to have taken a bit more of a risk and a chance with this one. and they've thrown in some really cool things, like the horses are great and everything. The horses are kind of weird, though, because they do just stand there and you can just shoot them until they die. They're pretty much dirt bikes from, like, Battlefield 4, but still, I'm happy that they're in there. Has PETA been angry at them yet? I don't know. They were angry at, like, some other game. No, they were angry at Farming Simulator for not including the slaughtering of pigs in their game. That was the thing. This is totally off topic, but that was also a thing, which was really stupid, by the way. All in all, I'm very excited to see what comes next for Battlefield 1. I'm going to be picking it up when it does come out. Do not pre-order it. I've said this many times. There's no point. There's literally no point. The only time you should pre-order it is if it's like the day before release. You know you're going to get it tomorrow, and you can go get like 20% off on some website like Green Man Gaming or something. Don't use G2A, by the way. Terrible idea. Do you want to buy stolen games? You may be buying stolen games if you use G2A, just saying. Okay, I think I've been off topic enough here. I like Battlefield 1. Let me know what you think in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And if you don't like the game, that's totally fine. Your opinion is just as valid. Just take the time to explain it, and that's totally cool, because I can totally see everyone's different opinions on it. I am PattyJack, and I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.